Hey folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. We're up in the Canadian wilderness chasing big walleyes. Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters. Yes, folks, a beautiful day up in Vermilion Bay, Ontario. And I'll tell you what, I'm with my buddy Danny Herbeck, who is one of the best anglers up here. And Danny, I think one of the fun things and the mystique about coming up to Canada in the wintertime is just getting to the spot. The snowmobile ride is fun and beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, you get to see a lot of scenery, you get to see a lot of, the Canadian shield that we have up here, and who knows, you might see some wolves or, moose or something on the ice as well, too, so.
Well, we do have great fishing up here, folks, and we got a nice group with us today. We got your friend Blair, Wes Paul is with us, Pete Mayna's with us, Ryan the photographer is with us.
It'll be a good day.
It will be a good day. Hey, folks, to show we're using and how we're using it, all that coming up right after this. Meet Chris McGillis of McGillis Weimer, experienced personal injury lawyers.
John, you've gotten to know me. I mean, I'm a really passionate person. Everyone on my staff is, everyone on my team is. We are passionate about what we do. Helping somebody out, protecting them, doing everything we can to help tell their story, to make sure they're treated fairly, with integrity and with respect, and get a fair resolution, whatever that is for the client. I mean, that's extremely important to us. That's really all that matters.
Hey, welcome back, folks. As we talked about up in Vermilion Bay, Ontario, we got kind of an overcast, misty day on the ice. Is cloud cover usually good for the walleyes?
Up here, it doesn't seem to matter that you catch them all day. I mean, what might happen with this overcast, they might just bite a little bit better during the day.
Okay, you got a pretty simple rig on here for me. You like these tungsten Castmasters, huh?
Yeah, you get the little bit smaller profile, but yet you still have the weight. And I like to tip it with a full minnow.
Full minnow, why?
Yeah. Oh, bigger fish.
Hey, look at this, Danny. Your buddy Blair is going to be the first to connect. Feel like a walleye, buddy?
I think that's going to be our first of the day.
First of the day. Yeah, it took about 5 minutes.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, nice wall. Look at the beautiful coloring on that fish. And look at the build on that fish, too, huh?
Chunky.
Yeah, that's a beauty. And what's he using there? Just a jig and a minnow, huh?
Jig minnow, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Blair, you're Danny's buddy, and what do you run a Ford dealership?
Yeah, here in town, and get out fishing as much as I can.
I hope you gave Danny a good deal on a truck, right? Now, that's a beautiful walleye, Danny. And is that above average as to what we're going to catch?
No, this is, your average. We'll get fish a lot bigger today.
Aren't they pretty?
Very well built, yeah.
What's going on over here?
Dead bait, John. Hoping this will be a pike.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I got it, but I don't think it's very big.
Dead bait?
Yeah. Big dead bait. He's not a huge fish.
Okay. That's a beautiful walleye, buddy.
Now, when it comes to walleye, that's okay.
Let's tell the folks, though, you and I have been coming up here in the wintertime for, 25 years. Spectacular trip for folks, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's just a blast. This is interesting, though. I mean, this is a real nice walleye, but that was probably about an 8-inch dead bait.
The deadbait rigs are really fun, and over the years, you love to jig along with us, but you're always sitting tip-ups, so we got an extra shot at a pike. This is basically the deadbait rig, and you can explain the two-hook system?
Yeah, it's basically a Y here, and obviously about 2-inch leads to each hook, and you just basically want to hit the middle of the bait. It's the same thing we talk about in fall sucker fishing for muskies. They generally target the middle. They want to crush and kill. Obviously, in this case, it's that's already dead, but that's just naturally what they do. So one or both of those hooks are going to be in a big pike's mouth, and you do want to run right away to those flags.
And set it right away. That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Also, folks, we got one of these Livingston sound bullets on now. Be quiet. I don't want you to make any noise. Let's hear what they sound like. That's a sound of bait fish in distress. And we've actually proven over the years that using these Livingston sound bullets draws fish in.
Yeah, we actually use more basically on all the tip-ups now, but originally when we started doing this, we literally did do an experiment where it was 50-50 with our tip-up sets, and it was about 80% more strikes on the bullet.
I just don't know how to steer a snowmobile that well. You know me, I'm an ATV guy. Oh, what do we got here? Another big walleye?
This one acted a little more like a pike.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my!
There we go.
Oh my God! Look at that tubbleard. That is something.
Yeah.
And
it's just full.
I mean, look at the build on that thing, Pete. What do you think the length is?
Probably only 37, I would say, but it is just a beauty, and it is packed full of food. My fingers can feel.
That really?
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine that thing at 42 inches? I mean, the genetics in that fish are spectacular.
Yeah, awesome. Real thick back, you can see there. And
I want to mention one more thing. You know, Danny and I were talking about times a year to come up here. For the pike, the later the better, right? I mean, when you're looking at late March, early April, that's the time for the big boys.
Yeah, the end of the season, that's when the big gals are around.
That one feel pretty decent?
Yeah, it does, if I can get him up the hole here.
Magnificent walleye fishing, folks. Oh, another beautiful walleye. What'd that come on?
This is actually just like a jig and wrap style bait. It's actually made by Clam.
Ooh, here we go. Oh. Oh, this is on. Oh, is that fun, folks? This is on that, what did you put on for me?
Castmaster.
Castmaster, yeah. Oh, is that fun, buddy? That is just a blast.
Here he comes.
Okay, here he comes.
Another nice one.
Look at that. Twin walleyes, guys. Holy cow, Danny Herbeck. You got another one going on that dead bait?
Probably another walleye, John. It's interesting. They literally sit there. You get here, and once in a while the flag's spinning, but...
Oh, there's your leader.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, look at that. There's a slobby bobbysaurus right there.
And look at that.
And here is the dead bait, folks.
Uh-oh.
I just filmed Pete's catching big walleyes on dead bait over there.
I know, I came over here and stole your hole because I saw you were getting some bites, and this one...
look, that rod's been pretty darn good there, Danny Herbeck.
This one feels like a good one.
Here, let me get low.
Right at the hole here.
There we go. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the size of that walleye, Danny Herbeck. Holy cow, look at that fish, buddy. That's pushing 30 inches.
That's a big bugger.
That is amazing. You know, you spoil me up here, you know that? But keep holding them up. I want the folks to really get a good look at that. Unbelievable. And you know, one of the things that makes Canada great is your tight bag limits and the fact that you guys release a lot of fish.
I mean, if you're looking to bring a bunch of fish home, obviously this isn't the place to come. If you're looking to have a good time and catch a bunch of fish, this is your place.
Excuse me, Wes Paul over there. Wes has got one on. You should see the fish Danny just caught here, buddy. 10 feet away from you. Ooh, there you go. And we have ourselves a tiny walleye. I'm just kidding you. But I mean, that's the difference right there, Wes. Look at one Danny just caught.
Holy man.
Isn't that something?
Wow.
And is this, would you call an unusually spectacular day?
No, this is the way it usually is.
And you fish a lot of different lakes up here, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, typically in 3 days of fishing, I'll fish 3 different lakes. You know, I'm not set on, the same spot every day. We'll bounce around, fish, every lake has different species, right?
Yeah.
So depending on what we want to fish for is what lake we'll go to.
And we may try some crappie fishing tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll do some crappies tomorrow and see how today ends up.
What are you going to do with that tiny walleye?
Yeah, tiny walleye.
Another one, Danny. Danny, pull that locator out, will you? Look at that, buddy. Look at that rod bending. I love these Clam medium light rods too. They're fun to fight these fish on. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Hey. Now I had been just using the minnow head. I put the full minnow on that time, the full minnow on the Castmaster. And you say you get the bigger profile helps.
Bigger bait when we're trying to get some bigger fish here.
I love sitting on my Yamaha here, buddy, watching my hummingbird, using my Castmaster and catching big old walleyes.
Look how fat that little bugger is.
Those are well-built fish. Oh, sure, Blair moves over. I just caught one. Danny, you got one in your hand there?
Yeah, I just caught one over
this
there.
is a walleye circus. How big is Blair's?
About the same
beautiful.
size.
Look at those twin fish. And Danny, that's the average that we've caught today, average size.
It seems like about, yeah, I mean, it's, that 21, 22 inch size has been about the average, it seems like.
You know where I'm having luck is bouncing the bottom a little bit and then bringing my jig up, Danny.
Yeah, call them in a little bit.
You watched that hook set, didn't you?
They don't take a lot of persuasion, do they?
Describe a walleye hit. It's like a thunk, right?
Yeah.
Here he is.
Ooh.
Another eater guy there, or
He
what do
might
we
be
got?
a little big, actually.
Blake tied my leader material. She did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But no, there is a neat feeling, isn't it, when a walleye hits? It's like,
yeah.
I love that feeling. And just a spectacular day. And when guys come up and ice fish, Danny, what kind of structure do you look for generally?
This time of year, mainland points, humps, that type of stuff.
This one literally came out of nowhere. I didn't see him on the bottom or anything. It was just all of a sudden, whoa, big red blob moved in and bango. Danny, this one feels pretty good, Danny. There. Still haven't seen the leader. Here's the leader. Here's the leader, Danny. Here's the leader, buddy.
Oh, easy.
What do we got there? Oh, jeez. Folks, how big is that, Danny?
26, 27.
That is a giant walleye. Look at that, buddy. And it was so interesting. I had one in before, and I had to tease him to bite. That one came out of nowhere, big red blob and bango.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
And you know what I like too about that Castmaster that you got on there? Those are good hooks, aren't they?
They are good hooks on there now.
And that's important, folks, when you're catching fish this big. Now, again, I want to talk about your guide service up here, Danny. Folks come up, and you like groups of how big?
2 to 4. We can accommodate any number as long as you have, some of your own machines, because I'm only so big with so many machines.
Yeah, right. And you get a better rate if you bring your own machines?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. And you have lodging.
Yes, I do.
Where do you put the guys up then?
At Andy Myers.
At Andy Myers Lodge. Yeah. That's perfect. Hold that one out. That's my biggest of the day. But you don't think that's only 26?
It might be longer. I'm
going to give myself 27, okay?
I haven't seen very many big ones yet this year.
Beautiful fish.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Check out this deal, 20% off all panfish lures. On sale starting at $103.
We are fishing the lakes of Vermilion Bay, Ontario. An 11.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 12.5 hours from Chicago, and 6.5 hours from Minneapolis.
I'm with Drew at the Clam Warehouse in Rogers, Minnesota, and I noticed you have a few huge clam hub shelters set up. What makes them awesome?
Well, opposite of a fish trap, a hub shelter has no sled.
Okay.
These suckers are easy to compact down. All you gotta do is push the side in, pull it out. You can fish with a lot of people. These things are great for evening fishing. I myself have spent many nights, evenings in this 890. Great for, nighttime crappies, nighttime walleyes. A really good way to get into the sport of ice fishing.
And they're lightweight and easy to put up and take
Lightweight,
down.
easy to pack up. Throw this sucker in the back of your car, the back of your truck. Really efficient.
Awesome. For more information, go to clamoutdoors.com.
They say great minds think alike, which could explain why for over 50 years, more anglers have chosen Humminbird to see the water more clearly. Our tech predicts where the bites are, and our innovations foreshadow the sport's future. We've helped anglers win tournaments and the weekend, taught them to fish smarter, not harder. So, if you're not already on board, it's worth asking yourself why, when the people in the know agree that Humminbird is simply, clearly better.
Folks, with my buddies using leeches and crawlers all day, I'm glad I've got the Johnson Pump washdown kit. All I can do then is spray down the boat and get all that stuff out of there. But the Johnson Pump washdown kit has another use. It's 92 degrees and humid today. Now watch. I'll take care of my buddy Tom in the back. There we go, Tommy.
Holy
hey,
smokes,
man. Oh, there we go, buddy.
92 and humid.
Oh, Johnson Pump washdown kit. What do you think of that, buddy?
I love it. I need one.
Yeah.
Then they put them on pontoon boats.
They're great for pontoon boats. There you go, buddy.
Wait until my wife sees that one. I'm going to get her too.
Yes, sir, Tommy. That is refreshing, buddy. I am going to get you a Johnson Pump washdown kit. Hey, Danny, look, help your buddy Blair. He just moved. He saw us catching all these fish, moved out to us. Folks, I really, this is spectacular. And Danny, this is not anything over exceptional, right?
No, it's just a nice average day.
Just a nice average ho-hum Canadian day. That a big one?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, that looks like a real nice one.
Oh, yeah.
And I do, again, I want to repeat, folks, that I love your system, Danny, of keeping the 16s, the 17s, and throwing those bigger ones back. You know?
I mean, yeah, it's just what you do to keep a fishery healthy, right?
Yeah, and, that's what Canada's really done a good job overall on conservation, haven't they, Danny?
Yeah, they do a very good job of managing their fisheries for sure.
This one was real high up in the water column, and I reeled up to it, and he smoked it. And
I don't know what you got.
You don't know what I got either.
No.
Here he is. Or here's the leader. What do you got?
Nice walleye.
Oh, look at this. And you and I were both watching the hummingbird. That fish came in, 10 feet off the bottom?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, Pete's running for tip-ups. Folks, really, if you want to do a once-in-a-lifetime experience, I really do. And how many years have we been coming up ice fishing? But it's a bucket list thing for a lot of guys if they enjoy ice fishing.
The fishing gets better and better if you haven't noticed. It really
absolutely
has.
And the years that we came up here in early April, many times we were fishing up here in 50, 60-degree weather, right?
Yeah.
That weather's pretty reliable when you get past the middle of March, isn't it?
Typically is, yeah. I mean, you can get fronts rolling and stuff, but typically, you're wearing your gear out in the morning. By noon, you're in a sweatshirt.
And I got to ask you this too, because your walleye season closes when in Canada or in Ontario?
April 14th.
So you can fish up until April 14th.
Yep.
And most years you got good ice until April 14th, right?
Typically, I mean, usually, I don't like to go much past the first week if you're booking out, just because you never know, right?
Right. So there's still time.
There is time.
What'd you just say?
Wow.
Ooh, a battler here. Oh, this is a big fish. This is a big fish, folks. We need your help over here. Quick. Oh, yeah, that's a dandy, Wes. Yeah, look at that. Oh, Wes Paul, there you go, buddy. Holy cow, look at that. And look at the coloring. And that's a little bit whiter fish, isn't it? Now, we've been catching the gold ones and the white ones,
A little darker water.
Wait, don't let him go yet. We want to hold him up. Wes wants to get a little picture with that guy. Is that your biggest of the day? No. No, that's awesome, buddy. But that Pendu jig, I really like that in the summer, too. That's a great jig.
It's been really successful.
And that swivel there, actually, when the bait sits on the bottom like that, the hook swivels up. Makes good presentation.
Great presentation. It's been successful.
Wes, even in Canada, Johnsonvilles are king, right?
They are.
Okay, now, you can't eat that yet. Can I tell you what they are?
Yes.
Okay, these are Johnsonville Better with Cheddars, and I love cooking these on the ice because they're pre-cooked. But they are 100% cuts of premium pork. And then what they do is they infuse Wisconsin cheddar cheese in there, buddy. And it's really nice. They take about 5 minutes. All you can do is brown them on the grill. All right, guys, take a taste there. Well, what do you think, Wes?
You taste that smoked Wisconsin cheddar.
What was that?
You can really taste that smoked Wisconsin cheddar.
Aren't they good, though, guys? Those are outstanding. Great on the ice. Look for these Johnsonville Better with Cheddars at your favorite retailer today.
You could listen to me talk about Amsoil QuickShot all day long and all the technical stuff that goes into it, but you know what? Pete, how about if you tell us how QuickShot helps you out?
Well, I may not be an expert on the technical stuff, but actually the only time I've ever had issues is when I did not put it in. And that was because I was at Canadian resorts where they literally fill up the boat for you, so I really wasn't involved in that. And then I had clogged fuel filter issues. Couldn't get to my spot. Actually, I had to go home early because of that. Check it out at amsoil.com.
Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week, save 50% on the 13 Creed K spinning reel on sale for $29.99 and 30% off the Lakes and Rivers panfish rods on sale starting at $41.99.
Come on.
Look at that. I'm going over, Ryan's been cooking Johnsonville's for us, and I just rebaited. You put it down, and what happened?
Well, I can't let the minnow go to waste.
No, look at that. Here he comes, and ho-hum, just another big butt walleye.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete, come on over, buddy. You have been tending to your tip-ups over there nonstop on the walleyes, and I see you caught a pike, too, over there.
Yeah, actually, one nice one. I don't know how many walleyes, many.
But we were talking before, for guys that maybe they've never ice fished before or whatever, trip of a lifetime, when the guide's got all the equipment, you come up here, the scenery, and the fishing is, what, spectacular?
Yeah, really, it's just exceptional. You can't expect to catch fish like this just about anywhere else. Just one right after the other, nice fish.
We haven't moved today either, have we?
Not yet, no.
Are there a lot of times when you do got to move?
It's fishing, right? Not every day it's the spot you set up on is ideal, but nice thing is we're pretty mobile. If we needed to, we could be fishing in another 10 minutes.
Still eating?
I've got a few more bites. I'm spectating now.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, how's it feel?
Here he is. Just another ho-hum walleye, folks. Ho-hum. Another 21-incher, 20-incher. Just a phenomenal day, Danny. And again, this is an average, or a little bit above average day. And that's what's so remarkable to me. We've been out here 3-4 hours now, and I don't know how many fish do you think we've iced total?
Oh.
It's got to be 30, 35 maybe.
Oh, more than that.
More than that.
Yeah, I've caught almost 20.
Ooh, there's another one. I'm going to have to get up and go see what Blair's got on.
I'll man your rod behind you.
No, you're going to help over here. Let's see what we got. What an awesome day. Then here he is. And we got ourselves another. Ooh! Hey, Pete, we got an eel pout. All right. Hey, that's another thing, Blair. And I don't know if you've ever tried these. Have you ever eaten them?
I haven't.
They're freshwater cod is what they are. And we like to take that backstrap right there, Danny, right?
Yeah.
And there are times in the past where Pete and I and Rob have come up and just wanted to catch eel pout, right?
Yeah, and there's times a year you can target them and really put the beat down on them.
And they are absolutely delicious. Again, this backstrap and Blair, the two sides, tail sides, boil them in 7-Up and melted butter. Boy, are they delicious. They really are. And there's been times up here where we've caught our fair share.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, folks, it's time now to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2023 Fishing Contest. Randy Hopkins of Muscatine, Iowa, caught this 15-inch perch on the Mississippi River on a minnow. Adam Wakefield of Sheboygan caught this beautiful 10.7-inch bluegill on Lake Winnebago. He was using a tungsten jig. Dennis Bartelt of Grafton caught this 24-inch bass on Crystal Lake down in Florida on a wacky worm. Anthony Scher of Beloit, Wisconsin, caught this 45-inch northern on Lake Monona on a lake shiner. And this week's kids winners are Dale Semrad of Waukesha caught a 10-inch bluegill on Lake Winnebago on a waxworm, and Charles Keykafer of West Bend caught this 12-inch perch on Big Cedar Lake on a tungsten jig. Okay, Wes, you lost the last one. Don't lose this one. You know?
I know.
Of course, when you lose one here, you don't have to worry. You get one on the next minute. Feel pretty good, Danny?
Yeah,
Does it look pretty good?
Yeah.
It's looking good.
Well, you got a gallery over there.
Here he is.
And
Nice, son.
what do you think, Wes?
That was fun.
Another nice beat. That was fun.
That was fun.
Hey, Pete, you fished all over the world, buddy. You don't see walleye fishing this good very often, buddy.
No, you really don't. It is amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, that's
jig.
40 fish maybe, folks, in a half a day.
Yep,
And Wes is smiling.
easily.
Well, as we're getting near the end of the day, Pete, I just keep on catching and catching and catching, my friend. Here he is, and just a little walleye here. Look at that. Well, have you had fun, my friend?
Tons of fun.
I mean, seriously, I don't, you think back on the 30 years I've been doing this show, and this was one of the more spectacular walleye days I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, the bite is real steady. It's really unbelievable. I think you are underestimating the amount of fish we've caught.
Can you just grab that hook there?
Yeah, I think it's probably.
Hey, one thing I want to mention, the nice fish there, folks, is looking at these clam gloves that we wear, and these are the waterproof ones, and you can grab a fish with them, and you can open water, cast a spinning reel with them too. You like these too. You like them for picking up muskies too, don't you?
Oh yeah, a lot of times I go barehanded, but that would be a great glove for someone that's a little worried, they haven't tried it and they're a little worried about maybe getting a gill raker cut or something like that. Yeah, they can feel it fine. They're not going to get wet. They're going to be able to find that gill area in the right hold and then give them confidence.
And this is actually the Blackfish glove. And again, folks, when I fish open water and I need a pair of gloves, they're actually limber enough that you can cast a spinning reel, and I love that.
Yeah, that's
And
important.
again, they're by Blackskin, right?
Blackfish.
Blackfish.
Correct.
Oh, Danny, look at that. We're trying to pick up our stuff and go home, Wes.
Yeah, I just wanted to get one more.
What have you caught today? Seriously, do you have any idea?
No, just.
Oh, look at that. Come on up here with us, buddy. Look at the belly on that one.
Yeah, that's a chubby one.
No, if you kept track, Wes, I'll bet you're into that 20-25 fish.
Yeah.
Right?
I would agree, yeah.
And what, a 6-hour day?
Has it even been that long?
No, I don't think it has been.
No.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, you betcha.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Danny Herbeck has a few more openings for ice fishing this year. Give Danny a call, 807-216-8866. 216-8866.
Here he comes, right up out of the weeds. Oh, baby, you hammered it! What a way to start the day. What I love about this new Mickey Acme Tungsten jig is it features 2 Mickey ears that are almost like a crankbait bill coming off the front of the jig. What this does is allow it to plane, act like a jigging type of minnow, and as you pop it, it bounces and gives real erratic action. You can see the difference in the action, and that's gonna seal a deal for the fish eating it right now. This is a technique and a jig that fish have not seen yet. It's unbelievable. You gotta get this jig underneath the ice this year.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this.
So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps?
Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set?
Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin.
For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333. Well, I guess I'll end the day catching another walleye here. Hey, want to give a special thanks to, let's see, here's a nice little eater there, but a special thanks to Danny Herbeck and his guide service. And folks want to come up here and do this, he's the man, no doubt, right?
That is absolutely true, and it was a tremendous day today.
I had fun too. Thanks, buddy. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish at. We will find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.